Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Together in a room with the Office Blokes.
Yep.
True
Correct.
factual statement, Patreon page, merch, social media, all that good stuff. What else we got?
AIDS.
Christmas playlist.
Yep, we've got helpers upstairs. You're right, they aid us with our day-to-day day-to-day life. Impossible. 0.0000001%.
Too many noughts.
Odds.
You did one too many.
I can't. Once you see more than like 4 in a row.
Yeah, did I do that one or did I
It's
not?
not going
I actually
cross-eyed.
don't know if you did or not.
No.
I did 7.
It's about that,
7
isn't it?
after the decimal point.
6, isn't there?
I don't know. I'm going cross-eyed just looking at it. So I'm not going to say it again. This is impossible odds. I guess a compilation of things that shouldn't happen that do. Maybe.
Against the odds.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Impossible odds.
These moments are 1 in a billion. You won't ever see this again. That moment you don't score a goal, but you hit an even more impressive target. Luckily, he was wearing a helmet. On a windy day, is this...
I love that.
I did one.
I've seen it a few times.
I did one in my school where there was the toilet block was kind of a single level building, and you had the front car park and then the play area. And I ran round the front and threw an apple as high as I could over the building, and then ran back round. One guy stood in the middle of the playground on his own, and it just flew and just took him out.
We used to do it with darts over the top of the house.
Darts?
My brother would stand in the backyard and I'd stand in the front and we'd throw darts over the house.
Jesus.
Yeah, I got him once.
I hit someone with a dart once after too many beers, thinking it was funny. Yeah, it's not.
This guy the luckiest guy you've ever seen? Or did this dash cam just capture some real-life magic?
Nice.
This guy had no idea just how close he came to being flattened by a falling tree.
Wow.
When the sign says no skating, and they mean it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
No matter how mad this lady gets, she can't seem to do any meaningful damage. Even her property destruction is considerate. This guy's about to pull off the world's biggest self-own. With only 2 cups remaining, he's going to be the laughingstock of his frat for months.
Oh, come on!
If you're gonna fail, at least do it with style. This farmer's cows are just a little excited about breakfast. This pair's perfect timing is almost too fast to appreciate.
I'm not sure,
about that one.
This pair's perfect timing is almost too fast to appreciate. They almost couldn't believe it themselves. Normally a spin like this is the end of your race, but this guy just kept going. This real-life gambit has been honing his card-throwing skills for years. Thankfully, it's paying off. At first, I was going to warn everyone about the dangers of ladders, but this is no fail video. Despite the ladder collapsing, this man landed without a scratch.
Good gravy.
Wow.
This guy has to be the first to land this kind of shot. No cap. I mean, cap. You know what I mean. When this race car driver had to pull out of a race, his rear wheel wasn't quite ready to quit just yet. If you ever manage to capture a moment of pure brilliance on camera, make sure you follow it up with a little pose that says, "I totally meant to do that."
Awesome!
This batter thinks he's about to hit a home run. Little does he know, that pitcher's actually Peter Parker. Have you really done the bottle flip challenge if you haven't landed one on your dad's head? Axe throwing isn't for everyone. So when this guy's technique needed a little fine-tuning, he decided to think outside the box. This college football match was coming down to the wire, but a field goal attempt in the closing seconds did everything it could not to go over.
Wow.
Gutted.
When you're too cheap to pay for boat ramp hire, all you need is the beach, a few friends, and some logs to do the trick. If you're gonna fall off your skateboard, at least have a soft landing ready nearby. This guy might be injured, but that mind of his is working overtime.
Perfect.
Not only does this guy smash a ball way out of the park, but his nonchalant over-the-shoulder bat toss straight up defies physics.
No
way.
This snowboarder isn't flying, he's falling with style. It's not just yourself you gotta worry about when skateboarding. There's innocent bystanders too.
Caught it. Nice one.
This guy's been
I got someone in the face like that once at the skate park.
Oh.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah. Didn't hurt me.
No.
It hurt them though. It's dangerous. It is.
No,
Like
it
those
is.
boards go flying everywhere.
Yeah.
practicing his free kicks, and I think he's nailed the accuracy perfectly. What looks like an everyday football blunder is actually the most incredible goal of all time. You might be cool, but you'll never be as cool as John Coffey, who simultaneously crowd surfs while catching a beer that was thrown at him. Call this luck, call this skill, but this driver somehow prevents his trailer from tipping onto oncoming traffic. Busted. Some days you go out to find fish. Other days, fish go out to find you. When charging your phone gets boring, spice it up a little with some flips. Kids do the water bottle flip challenge. Grown men do the tree trunk into a hole challenge.
Nice.
Hitting the gutters is common, but for the first time in history, it actually benefited someone. Hey, strike's a strike. Cool. When you've got no friends, you get really good at playing with yourself. Really good.
Nice shot.
Tubing down an icy hill sounds like fun, until you hit a few bumps at speed, that is. If Nokia made TVs, this would be the result. Sometimes the fish you're chasing isn't the one you land. These guys are lucky they didn't end up on the wrong side of a tuna fin. This video teaches a very important lesson. If the ball doesn't want to go in, it's not going in. This snowboarder's aiming for the biggest jump on the mountain and even somehow manages to stick a failed landing for the perfect recovery.
I'm a bad boy.
After this fastball was fouled, everyone had to watch the slow-mo replay to figure out where the ball ended up.
Pocket.
Bye, have a great time.
This guy thought he was taking a leisurely bike ride through the forest. He had no idea what would come flying out at him. Stopping that timer on 991 wins you a brand new car. But for the ultimate clout chase, hit it with a parkour backflip kick off the wall. Wow. In this family, no one has time to put on swimming caps. That is, unless your dad has an aim like this. I'm not sure who the lucky one is here. The guy who wiped out on his board or the girls he nearly crashed his board into. This is the guy you want on the baseline of your volleyball team. Yeah, boy. Studying Federer's impossible shots might help you prepare mentally, but it's probably not going to be enough for you to win a Grand Slam. It's a well-known fact that carnival games are rigged, so if this kid can walk away with a stuffed toy, I'll be impressed.
Nice.
After scoring a brilliant try, this rugby player's celebration is a piece of subtle brilliance. He looks like he throws the ball away only to catch it seconds later without even looking. What's even more impossible than landing a no-look, over-the-shoulder full-court shot? Having it do this instead. What? This guy looks like he's headed to the Fail Awards before somehow sticking the perfect landing. This factory worker turned up to yet another boring day of loading the freight elevator. Although today, something was different. He just couldn't quite put his finger on it. Man, ask any 10-pin.
Whoa there.
Wow. That was close on that.
A little bit too close.
Yeah, just a bit.
I think he deserves the rest of the day off.
I think he should be reprimanded for putting too much weight in the elevator.
That's it, you see.
Right,
it was his fault.
Pin bowler, the 7-10 split is impossible. Well, no one bothered to tell this guy who sends the ball hurtling down the lane and absolutely nails it. This blindfolded ninja proved she doesn't need sight to be clinical with a pair of nunchucks. In Australian rules football, you gotta play no matter what wildlife joins you on the pitch. That includes pigeons that don't always get out of the way.
That was freaky.
Being crushed by a lowering bridge is an exciting new way to capsize. Luckily, these cops saw it coming.
Nice.
These guys added their own obstacles for the most awesome mini golf trick shot ever. The lead singer of a band is only as good as his roadies. In this case, it's a flying success. This kid's lucky the feng shui in his house is good, so he can capture an insane trick shot like this. Oh, yeah. This extreme tuber is all about high-speed maneuvers and no regrets. Unless he lets go, that is. At those kinds of speed, that recovery shouldn't have been possible.
Wow.
When you've been practicing this one move for so long that even your hat knows the drill, you sure that's real?
Nice.
This rapper was lucky enough to be on a stage when this magical moment happened to him. At least he had the option to keep his hat the second time round. When you've got to practice your acrobatics and wash your hair at the same time, maybe take some lessons from this guy. I'm not saying this cat's evil, but...
Do you think people were doing things like that before the internet?
Yeah.
Like flipping and dipping their heads in things?
Yeah.
Probably were, weren't they?
When we were kids, we used to dick about doing all kinds of daft stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about doing flips like that. We couldn't be arsed with that.
No, couldn't do
we
anything
weren't that
like that.
athletic, but we were doing football tricks and ball tricks and basketball
doing
and
all
sorts of
sorts of
stuff
like that.
hoops.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Try to throw cards into little gaps in the wall and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
there's definitely some dark forces at play here. Now, I'm not saying this woman's a psychic or anything, but how on earth did she know to step forward to avoid a 200-pound block of ice squashing her like a bug? Sometimes the universe just has your back. I'm not sure how much of this was luck or skill, but I gotta see it again.
Denied.
Who needs a skateboard when you can shred the shovel like a construction worker Tony Hawk?
Bingo!
If you've ever wondered why your Amazon package is always late, maybe it's like this box caught in an endless loop of monotony.
always
No,
me.
this isn't the inspiration for Angry Birds. This slingshot is the preferred method of passing items between big ships. After a full 90 minutes, it can come down to just a few penalty shootouts. But when you've got a goalie this cocky, anything's possible. One of the most...
Did it turn out to be fake, that?
I think it did.
Was it for an advert or something?
It was. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you might be right with that.
I don't think you'd do it in a proper match,
I think
would
it'd
you?
be everywhere if it was someone doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when that Higuita did it when he did the scorpion kick.
Yeah.
It'd already been flagged offside.
Yeah.
And it was the whistle had gone and he did the scorpion kick. And that was
It still went everywhere,
Yeah,
though,
it did.
didn't it?
Oh, it did,
Like
yeah. It
on
still looked great.
Do you remember
Yeah,
who took the shot?
Gary Lineker.
Redknapp.
Redknapp, how was it?
Jamie.
All right.
clinical plays of the season was when Ryan Smith accidentally caught a pass intended for him and crossed the line for a brilliant touchdown.
Not even looking for the ball.
This guy has superhuman hip flexors, which allow him to jump unnaturally high. They say there's no such thing as a pointless talent. See if you agree after meeting the world record holder for spinning a basketball on a guitar.
I mean, the thing.
That's a world record.
I like turtles.
Bizarre.
I like turtle.
I like things like a boss, moments like that.
Yeah.
Like 1 in a billion.
They're great, some of them.
I think
Really
some of them
good.
are just pure luck as well. Though.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are skill. That
Yeah.
guy's doing a flip and putting his head in the bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's proper skill.
You can't do that by mistake, can
No,
you?
no.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Some of the others, I mean, clearly they could be there for hours and days trying to do it, couldn't they? Which I think some of them are, which is why then they're like, yeah, it's done it at
Yeah.
last,
Especially with the guy with the phone when he flips it up and it goes on the charger.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And the guy with the clip into the peg.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy that does... He does those ones where you pull things out from underneath things, but he'll do it like 2 plunges on his moves, and then he'll like whack
Yeah,
things
it's a
out
Chinese or
underneath.
Korean or something.
Yeah.
He's Asian looking lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I suppose some of those, again, probably anybody could do it if you kept going at it for days and days and days. Like flicking the cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you kept doing it repetitively,
Billion times you'll get it once.
Probably odds are that it'd probably happen for you, wouldn't it?
Point
But-
0.0000001.
Exactly. That's the one. Did you miss a zero out there?
It's a billion. Billion to 1.
Yeah.
I like that.
Really
Like a
good,
boss.
some of them.
Yeah, they are.
Definitely.
Enjoy it. Heartwarming they are for me.
They are actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more what the internet should be.
Yeah.
I
The
think.
guy, the athlete, and his cap bounces off and it goes back
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
head. Things like that, just
Makes
great.
you smile, doesn't it, as
Yeah,
well?
does.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.